I'm so pleased to have another Chili Peppers request. So, let's get our Chili Peppers on. Breaking the Girl for High World, High World, and Lawrence Day. So, step 1. Detune your guitar 1/2 step down. Good thing I did a video on that last week. I'll post the link in the description. Now I'm a real YouTuber, I just said that. Alright, so once you've done that, your E string goes to E flat, A goes to A flat, D goes to D flat, G goes to G flat, B goes to B flat, E goes to E flat. Now we have, everything's the same. We don't have to change our shapes because all the strings are the same relative to each other. Okay, here's the intro. A chord. Just like regular. But you have to use one finger for this because what we're going to do is go. That was putting my middle finger on the A string, 3rd fret, a C note, and sort of bend it up so it's almost a C sharp note. A C note is the note that makes A minor minor. It's right there. So it's neat that he's playing a minor 3rd, which is what that is, over the major chord. Now we move our A shape up to 4, just for one strum, and then 5, that's a C chord. See, look, see? It's a C chord. If we did this, we would have this thing going on, just like we're doing, but we're keeping our A in the bass. So that's a C with an A in the bass. And now on this one, we do the little doodly-doo note on the A string 7th fret. So we got. And then up to the 7th fret, which is now going to be a D, if we could imagine your bar chord here, with an A in the bass still. We're going to talk about that in a second because we're leaving our A string open. This is like with a crazy train. But in majors instead of minors. Now, we go up to D, like I said, and our doodly-doo note is on the A string 10th fret, so bust out your pinky finger. It's maybe been asleep for a while. And then, this would be an E with an A in the bass again. Put your middle finger, so strum that. Then put your middle finger on B10, and your ring finger on D11, D11. What on earth is that? That is, okay, so we got B10, D11, and this going on. Now, if you could imagine me putting my pinky finger on the A string 12th fret, we have a C shape, right? Boop, boop, boop. With a bar, with a capo, so to speak. We have a C shape, and the root note of the C shape is the A string. So what is this note? That is the 12th fret of the A string. That is an A note. So what we have is just an A chord. That's an A chord. Nothing different. Just done up here. So now, notice you hear that A ringing out the whole time, just droning is what it's called. So let's take a look at this. A with an A in the bass. C with an A in the bass. This works because A is C's 6th. It's a note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. There's our A note. So this is a... That's what that sounds like. Just, there's nothing else. Enjoy that. It's a major chord with its 6th in the bass. Now, when we go to D, you'll hear the A change relationship to its... That one sounds a little cleaner. This one sounded a little jazzier. This one sounds a little cleaner because A is the 5th of D. Here's D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's A. So we have, that's just a regular chord. A is in the D chord. This might be too long about this point, but I enjoy this point, so. And then we have E with an A in the bass. A is E's fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. And then A with an A in the bass is just A. That's it. That's the verse. She was a girl. It's a great song. All right. Now we have feeling so good that day. That's just a C chord. Da-da-da, G, A minor. That's it. And then C, da-da-da, G to F. Oh, I wanted to say, if you don't want to do all the doodly notes, you can just go. Or if you don't want to do this. So there's a great way to play this for maybe the more beginner player. All right, that's it. We got the verse, we got the pre-chorus. Now we just have the chorus to do. This is the neat part. Ready? Okay. So 2 ways to do this. Here's the intermediate way, we'll say. Here's level 2. Just because I don't know what level 1 would be. Here's level 2. A minor, da-da-da, G with a B in the bass, da-da-da. So that's G without a G bass note. We're just using the B. I hope I said G with a B in the bass. That's what I meant to say. C, D minor, E. So I'll do that so you can hear it in context. Second time's the same. But it ends in F instead of E. Okay, that's the nice chord way to do it. Here's how I think it's really played. E string 5th fret, D string 5th fret, G string 5th fret. We only want to hear those notes, so you have to mute everything else. You'll notice I'm using fingers middle, ring, pinky to do this, and you'll see why. That's an A minor 7 chord. So it matches up with our. Alright, the next one is move it up to the 7th fret, but back the D string off from the 7th fret to the 6th fret. That's what my pointer finger was getting all ready for. So we have middle finger, 7th fret E string, pointer finger, D string 6th fret, and I had my pinky finger. You can use whatever finger you want between the two. Can't like use your next door neighbor's finger that are left, the two that are left. This is called like putting sentence, never mind. Okay, so here we go. We have 7, nothing, 6, 7. We're going to talk about that chord in a second, but that's a B diminished 7th chord. Then we move up 1 more fret to C on the E note, and we're going to keep the D string 1 fret back, so we have E8, D7, but now we're going to do G9. With me? That's a D chord. I mean, that's a C chord. That's all it is. That's just a C chord. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a C with a 6 in it. And there's the 3rd. And then, I'm going to go over this again, don't worry. When we go up to the 10th fret D, we have 10, 9, 12. So let's see what this is. Here's our D root. Here's our 6th. And G makes it a D suspended 4. It's like when you go like this. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to call out the frets. The strings are E, D, G. 5, 5, 5. 7, 6, 7. 8, 7, 9. 10, 9, 12. And then an E chord. Breaking the girl. That makes it an E7. I think I heard that going on in there in some of the live versions I looked at. So we have our E bar chord, A7, DGB 9 with your ring finger, and then your pinky finger gets baby E10. Or E7. All are fine. She do you know. And then we play an F. Or an F. Or an F. However you want to play F is just great. Breaking the girl. Now, before we go any further, I want to talk about what that B diminished chord is doing there. So, let me take you on a journey through space and time. Okay, here's the situation. So, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about a key. A key is, we always talk about the key of C because it has no sharps and flats. The key of C is the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You just start at one C and you go up the white keys to the next C. Now, our riff in the chorus starts on A. We're in the key of A minor, which is the same notes as the key of C, but starting on A. Refer to my video on the relatives and how they're kind of the same. Right? Okay, so if we start on A, we're doing roughly an A minor chord. Da, da, da. Now, you can't just play any B chord you want. You can't play B minor, it doesn't sound quite right. Right? You can't play B major, it definitely doesn't sound right. Da, 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 da. Oh, good grief, all of our ears just died. Because here's the thing. The first chord of a key is made up of, remember we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the first one again, notes in our major scale, 8 notes. The first chord is made up of the first one and the third one and the second one. That's a C major chord. The second one is made up of, if you just take my fingers here and move them one key over, but all relatively the same, we have the second, the fourth, and the sixth one. Don't worry, I'm not going to explain all of this. This is just to sort of go in one brain cell out the other, but so you know that it's not coming from nowhere. That's a D minor chord. It just happens to be, because that's the formula. You take these three, and then these three, and then these three, and then these three, and you get the chords you get. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then this is where I think, when the laws of music, so to speak, where they went, oh God, we didn't think of that. Because what you end up with is B diminished. It's not B minor, it's not B major, it's B diminished. A diminished chord is, if you take a major chord, you got your root, your third, and your fifth, and you flat the third and flat the fifth. So there's a C diminished. So here's our riff, like right laid out for you style. Da, 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 da. What? E. Do, 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 do. Okay, cool, bye. And then the very last thing to cover for Breaking the Girl, if you're still here, is the bridge, where they're like clanking on the clanky things. I read Scar Tissue, Anthony Kiedis' autobiography, and he said for that they like literally clanked stuff together from seem to recall, it's been like 10 years since I read it, but from some like construction site or some bridge that was dilapidated. Anyways, during the clanky part, they're going, well, Flea is going A, C, 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 A. But I think the guitar is going A minor, D minor 7. And the reason I think it's D minor 7 is because I don't think it's C. Could be C. You can do it that way if you want. But a D minor 7 is a D minor with a C note also in it. So the bass can play C if it wants to, because that's in the chord. Or you could just play, oh, by the way, D minor 7 is played 1 1 1 1 2 open D. So like an F chord without a finger on the D string 3rd fret. Or you could just play a D minor, and that's fine too. Or you could do C, but I don't think that's it. D minor being 1, G string 2nd fret, B string 3rd fret. Difference between D minor and D minor 7, D minor, D minor 7. That is all I have to say about Breaking the Girl, I promise. I hope that was helpful and not too much and not too little. Thank you for watching, and bring on the requests. We're going to do every song ever written in the history of mankind. Goodbye.